There's a saying that I really hate. No one in this world is perfect. The reason that I hate the saying that everyone thinks it is true is I feel I'm perfect. I'm Lux, 25 years old, 1 meter 75 centimeters tall, six-pack body, romantic looking, gallant, talented, and worked as a director of a real estate company, possessing a huge account that everyone wants. Cars, beautiful houses, everything that I want. I'm always perfect in the eyes of the others, and also perfect in my own thoughts. Every time I walked through dozens or even hundreds of people, they had to bow down and admire my talent, and of course my beauty. I'm satisfied with this life, of course. Therefore, I extremely, absolutely hate the imperfect people, especially the disabled. Every time I walked on the street, the scariest thing was seeing people without arms, legs, or deformed. They look really ugly and poor. These nasty looks make me shudder. I told myself if I were born like that, I'd rather die. And damn it, I was troubled by a blind man today. He, with his dirty and nasty appearance, carried a lot of things in his hand and walked listlessly on the street, then hit me. Oh my god, my $1 million suit was smeared by this old man. What an unlucky day. His appearance really makes me despise. How can they live like that? Weirdly, he always said, "Sorry, really sorry, I will compensate you." That's funny. He thought he could afford to compensate me? I'm sure the money he has saved all his life is not enough to buy my suit, and instinctively I couldn't control my wrath. I poured all of my frustration into the blind old man. "Well, so refreshing," I shouted. "Don't let me see you again," and walked away. After this encounter, I asked the assistant never to make me see these people again, which made me really uncomfortable. But while I still immersed and was enjoying the life of luxury and perfection, suddenly a terrible accident struck me. I got into a car accident and almost died. The grim Grieber nearly took me to the afterlife to reunite with my ancestors. They said that I was lucky because with that accident no one lived. But no, I prayed that I could die at that moment rather than living with this appearance. When I woke up after a month of the unconsciousness, I looked at myself in the mirror and went crazy with my appearance. The doctor said that I had to have my legs removed because they were severely damaged and crushed with no cure. My God, now I have become the person I once hated and despised. My mother agreed to have my feet amputated to save my life. Am I disabled? No, I must be perfect. This is not me. I desperately looked down at my body's imperfection and felt like living in health even more comfortable. And then they put me in treatment with people with disabilities. No way. This world is not for me. I can't stand it anymore. One day, 2 days, then weeks after that, I kept sitting and thinking. I looked at their lives, and though for me they were so weird and different, but still really delighted and optimistic. Many of them even cared about me. In an instant, I realized that I was wrong to despise and disparage them. They were better than I knew. I was not different from them, being a lame man in a wheelchair and waiting for someone to push for a walk. They were the ones who taught me how to love and get along with those around me. They live their life to the fullest and see that every day wake up is a great thing. So, until I was discharged from the hospital, I realized the truth. People with disabilities are real people with mental disabilities. I returned to my lavish and magnificent home in a wheelchair and with my disabled legs. The people here are still looking at me with their usual eyes, but I know behind that there are some scorn and mockery. Even a maid could laugh and joke around behind me. But what could I do now? They are the ones who will take care of me. From the moment I became like that, I always heard the provocative and mocking words that made me angry. What can the lame do? He deserved it all. Such an arrogant man. Shame on him. When I was wandering around the streets or in crowded places, there were many people who were joking with me. Years ago, I used to look at them with half eyes, but now it's different. Of course, I have to live on, because they are my parents besides. They are the ones who help me to get better every day. If only I hadn't despised anyone that day not to receive such a bitter end today. What do you think about my story? Have you ever had such thoughts?